Becca here. Welcome back to the Roadmap. In this series, we are taking you behind the scenes on our journey as we take our fintech app, Lasso, from concept to launch and beyond launch. Our goal with these videos is to shed some light on what goes into starting a fintech company and launching a new product. So with each of these episodes, you should expect to get a deep dive into an aspect of the Lasso app or our company, GoalBased Investors, and how that aspect came to be. On today's episode, I will be talking about how we used a point system to transform the financial planning process for the everyday person. Now, the first logical question may be why we thought the financial planning process needed to be changed. Well, one of our missions here at GoalBased Investors is to improve the experience around building wealth and make it accessible for anyone to do that. And we don't think the financial planning process today feels accessible to everyone. It is a very data heavy, complicated process that usually requires handholding from a professional. That is why we think it needs an update. So we came up with a point system, something that we call plan points, to solve for that. Essentially, plan points translate financial planning into terms anyone can understand because everyone is familiar with how a point system works. The core way that we use points in Lasso is for building a plan. Let me show you an example. Now here, someone may want to buy a house for $200,000, let's say. $200,000 therefore becomes the target, which we can set as 100 points. And the goal becomes to get to that 100 points. So as they build a plan, it earns them points toward their goal. Within that framework, it's very clear where this person stands. 20 points, they're not doing that good. 80 points, much better. And over 100, they've won. So right away, it lets them answer the question, am I on track for my goal? And you can see here in this example that this person's plan for their house got them to 84 points if you look there at the progress meter in the center of the screen. So that means they're doing pretty well, but still not on track for their goal. Now, plan points are really cool because they don't only make it easy to see where you stand relative to your goal, but they also unlock some other really valuable takeaways. The first is that you can see what is making the most impact on your plan. Sometimes it's hard to know what actions are actually making a difference in helping you reach your goals. And with points, we can break it down to show you exactly how much each part of your plan is contributing. In Lasso, as you saw, we've boiled down a plan into the 4 common components that every financial plan shares: current savings, a time horizon, future contributions, and an investment portfolio. So within that simple framework, we can highlight how many points each of those 4 elements is earning you overall, which actually leads into the next valuable insight. What is the action plan to get you on track? If you're not at 100 points, what do you need to do to get there? Or maybe an even better question is, what is the easiest way to get there? Plan points help you answer that question. You can see how many plan points you could earn by changing each element of your plan, which ultimately leads you to put together an action plan. So in this example, you can see on the far right side, for adjusting each of these 4 components of your plan, you have the potential to gain some points. And we can reveal to you exactly how many points that is. So immediately you can take a look at this and see that adding 1 year of time, waiting 1 more year to purchase your house will gain you the most amount of points, an extra 10 points. Whereas finding 10,000 extra dollars, maybe reallocating that from another savings pot that you have, that could gain you 6 points, the second most impactful thing that you could do. So just by using this points framework, you can understand where the most impactful actions are and where the least impactful ones are, and use that information to put together a game plan. Very, very cool. The last thing that I will say about points is that they also offer a framework that makes it really easy to share your plans and get help on them. People are often hesitant to share their personal financial information, and for really good reason. But when you put everything in terms of points, it becomes almost anonymized. No one will know if your plan is a $1,000 goal or an $100,000 one. So all of a sudden, you can share somewhat anonymously and still see what other people like you are doing. Do they have the same goals as you? Are you sort of in the ballpark for being on track to your goals? Plan Points really unlocks the ability to get all of these insights and do so in a protected way. Ultimately, the point system allows anyone to walk away much more savvy about their own financial situation. And we think that is a really powerful piece of the Lasso app that we're very excited to bring to life. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of The Roadmap, and make sure to tune in next episode where I'll be talking about the Lasso name.